When I went to New York, I remember like I would say I was from Miami and everybody was like, oh, you live on the beach? And I was like, no, I live 15 minutes away from the beach. I live in the swamps. When you go out there, like you really feel the difference. The air just feels cleaner, it feels nicer, you can breathe better. Like you smell the trees, you smell the water, you smell like, you're just completely immersed like in the Everglades and in the swamp. I've always been very obsessed with Western wear. I would think I was very fascinated by it from a young age because my grandpa is like, you know, coming from a place like Cuba and coming to America, like freedom was the most important thing to him. He was obsessed with the American lifestyle and just the whole Wild West. He's like the first cowboy I ever met, so. I didn't really realize like how much I loved, you know, being from Florida until I moved to New York. It's very much, I realized what a privilege it was to have this access to nature and have it be so reachable to me. I had been working for, you know, a few different designers and doing my internships, and I just got really tired and like really sick of like looking at all the waste. I was actually working at a restaurant, and the night before I had called my dad and he didn't answer the phone call, and he called me back. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry I didn't answer you. I was out in the Everglades hunting pythons. And I was like, what? I just kept asking him. I was like, please take me. I really, really want to go. He was also kind of like, really, you want to go? And I was like, yeah, well, this is super cool. When it comes to leather, a lot of people have the wrong idea about it. My dad definitely gains no pleasure from like hunting these snakes because he loves snakes, he loves animals, but he recognizes that they are an invasive species. They are doing a lot of damage to the Everglades and our native species, because my dad is very, I would say, spiritual in that way, where he has a lot of respect for nature. He almost looked at it like as a slap in the face to nature if he wasn't preserving the skins.
Oh, I think there's a gator there, let me check.
So at that point, he was just, you know, preserving all these skins, and he, you know, didn't really know what to do with them. Like he had them in the back of the shed, and one day it kind of just like clicked for me that I just like saw it as material that I could, you know, potentially use and experiment with. That's really when I, like, as soon as I put my hands on it, I was like, I'm not doing anything else. I love this. So it's definitely really hard work. Just the process of catching the snake, skinning the snake, processing the skins, getting it to a point where you're able to work with it. I think I'm very attached to my materials just from like the whole process of it. A lot of the tools that people use for traditional leather work, I'm not able to use them because they don't, the skin doesn't react the same way that it would as like, you know, calf skin or deer skin or lamb skin. The way that I process my skins is very traditional. Like it's not the same way that you would see like in a tannery and like all these big machines and all these chemicals that go into it. It's almost like I've had to figure out my own way to work with the skin. The benefits of working with it is just being able to have that relationship with my materials and like knowing where it came from, knowing the full story of like how it went from snake to like in my hands, like skin that I can use. I think is very much a privilege that a lot of artists don't get to have with their materials.